I mean, obviously we can't go back to pre-digital life as much as I really want to sometimes. But also, this isn't really working, is it? I'm not saying we should all start making our own butter and live off the land, but also if you are, I have questions. But maybe the answer isn't all or nothing. It's about rethinking what we actually need. What we actually need. It's less about rejecting the modern life and more about choosing what actually serves us. Because, we've forgotten, and partly the reason we've forgotten is because we're so out of tune with our bodies. And that will also be to do with the food we're consuming, etc. And the pace of life that we're keeping has made us have to disconnect from our bodies. Because if we stayed connected to our bodies, we would stop before we burn out. And look at the burnout rates nowadays. I'm going to get emotional talking about this, so I'm going to stop. It's too late. It's not working. Do you see that if you didn't need the face serum, the hair products, the new fashion, the matching tea canisters, the latest rug, the X, Y, and Z, you wouldn't need to work all the hours God sends? Because that's just a colloquial saying. Doesn't mean anything. Because you wouldn't need the money to buy those things. It's catch-22. It's a hamster wheel they've got us on, and it needs to change. What is one thing you genuinely can think you might need less of? How can we make little tiny changes that end up being a great big movement if we're all doing it? If we're all deciding, you know what, actually, I can do without. I can't pick a thing. There's so many little things that I'm aware of that we buy because we just are told to buy them. And we just, anyway, what's one thing you could let go of? Or maybe that you don't really need? Or maybe there's another way to source it that is better for the environment, for each other, for the consumer kind of market, for local businesses, all of the things. Let's start a conversation, people, because this needs to change.